Well, hello there and welcome, fabulous ladies, to another episode of Create the Best Me. I am your host, Carmen Hecox, here to sprinkle a little magic on your day. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to many of our hearts: marriage in midlife, steering through challenges together. But don't worry, it's not going to be a lecture. Think of it more like a heart-to-heart chat with your best friend over coffee. Remember when you thought midlife was just about reading glasses and finding new hobbies? Well, it turns out it's also about rediscovering love, laughter, and yes, the occasional mystery of where your husband left his keys. We're here to talk about the roller coaster ride of midlife marriage, the ups, downs, and everything in between. From empty nests to reigniting that old spark, we've got you covered. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good love story with a twist of a real life drama? So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's unravel the secrets to making the best half of our lives truly the best alongside our partners. Let's get started. Now let's talk about the beauty of having a partner by your side in this roller coaster called midlife. It's like having your personal cheerleader, confidant, and occasionally your dance partner for those impromptu kitchen dance parties. Firstly, let's appreciate the emotional support a partner provides. You know, those days when you're feeling a bit down, maybe because you're missing the kids or just because. That's when your partner becomes more than a spouse. They're your rock. Together, you can face anything, from dealing with the quietness of an empty nest to celebrating the small wins and finally figuring out how to use that new finagled smart home gadget. And then there's the joy of shared experience and growth. Remember the old saying, you're never too old to try something new? With your partner, you can explore new hobbies, travel to places you've always dreamed of, or even just enjoy a new series on Netflix together. It's about creating new memories, just the two of you. Also, don't forget the practical benefits. Two heads are often better than one when it comes to solving the day-to-day puzzles life throws at us. Whether it's managing finance, planning for retirement, or just deciding what color to paint the living room, having someone to bounce ideas off is invaluable. And let's not overlook the power of companionship. As we navigate the changes that midlife brings, having a partner to share the journey makes it all more enriching. It's about growing together, learning from each other, and continuing to build a life full of love and mutual respect. So as we journey through midlife, let's cherish our partners and the multitude of benefits they bring to our lives. There are teammates in this game of life, and together we're unstoppable. Next, let's dive into some unique challenges that can arise in midlife marriages. But more importantly, how can we tackle them head on as a team? Stay tuned. As we glide or sometimes stumble into our midlife years, it's not just about rediscovering ourselves, but also navigating some pretty unique challenges with our partner. It's like suddenly finding yourselves on a hiking trail you've never been on before. Exciting, but a bit daunting, but definitely an adventure to share. One of the first things many of us face is the echo of an empty nest. The kids have flown the coop, and while it's great to have fewer dishes to wash, the house can feel a bit quiet, can't it? This is the time for you and your partner to lean on each other, to fill that space with new conversations, plans, and dreams. It's about rediscovering each other and maybe finding new aspects of your partner to fall in love with all over again. Then there are career changes. Maybe one of you is thinking about a career change, or perhaps retirement is on the horizon. These transitions can be scary as they are thrilling. Here's where being a team really counts. It's about supporting each other's aspiration, discussing fears and expectations, and planning together for the next phase of life. And let's not shy away from talking about health concerns. As we age, our bodies remind us that we're not exactly teenagers anymore. This might bring new challenges, but facing them together makes you stronger. It's about being each other's cheerleader in maintaining a healthy lifestyle, understanding and empathizing with each other's physical changes, and being proactive about health together. The key through all these challenges, communication, patience, and a good sense of humor. Remember, it's not you against your partner. It's both of you against the problem. Approach these hurdles as a team with open hearts, minds, and you'll find these challenges can bring you closer together. Next, let's talk about the crucial role of communication in midlife marriage. How do we keep the lines of communication open and healthy? Stick around and we'll find out. So we've talked about the roller coaster of midlife and the challenges it brings to our marriage. Now let's unlock one of the most powerful tools in our relationship toolkit, communication. Yes, it's a bit of a buzzword, but trust me, it's a game changer. Think of communication as a bridge between two islands. Without it, you're both isolated in your own experiences, thoughts, and emotions. But with it, you're connected, understanding each other's worlds, and that's where the magic happens. First up, the art of listening. It's not just about hearing words. It's about really listening to understand. It means listening without judgment, without immediately thinking of a response, but truly hearing your partner. It's amazing how much we can learn about each other after years of marriage just by listening. Then there's the courage to express. Sometimes we keep things bottled up because we don't want to rock the boat. But expressing our feelings, fears, and dreams is vital. It's about being honest, but also kind. Remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And let's not forget about the little things. A simple, "How was your day?" can go a long way. It shows you care, you're interested, and you're there. These little check-ins create a habit of regular communication, keeping you both connected, even through the busiest of days. But what about when communication gets tough? When there are disagreements or sensitive topics? Here's where respect and empathy plays their part. Approach these conversations with an open mind, ready to understand, not just reply. Sometimes agreeing to disagree is okay too. And hey, why not bring in some fun into it? Communication isn't all serious. Sharing a joke, funny story, or just playful banter keeps the lightness and laughter in your relationship, reminding you both of the joy of your companionship. Next, let's explore the fascinating aspects of midlife marriages, getting reacquainted with your spouse. You might be surprised at what you might discover, so stay tuned. All right, let's dive into one of the most delightful surprises of midlife marriage, reacquainting with your spouse. It's like uncovering hidden treasures in a familiar place. And trust me, the journey is as exciting as it sounds. As the nest empties and the daily hustle eases, the beautiful opportunity arises. It's a chance to see your partner not just as a parent or provider, but as an individual you fell in love with, complete with dreams, quirks, and maybe a few new hobbies. Start with simple things. Have a date night, but with a twist. Instead of the usual dinner and movie, try something new. Maybe it's a cooking class, a salsa lesson, or stargazing in the backyard. The idea of stepping out of your regular routine and into a space where you can both be curious and adventurous, just like the early days of your relationship. And then there's the power of conversation. Ask each other questions, not just about day-to-day stuff, but about deeper hopes and dreams. What's something your partner has always wanted to try, but never had the chance to? What are their hidden talents or passions? These conversations can open up new layers of understanding and connection. Revisit old memories can also be a beautiful way to reconnect. Looking through old photos, visiting a significant place from your early relationships, or recreating a special moment. It's about celebrating the journey together and reigniting those initial sparks. And let's not forget about personal growth. Encourage and support each other in individual pursuits. Maybe your partner wants to take up painting or learn a new language. Show interest and enthusiasm. Growing individuals doesn't mean growing apart. In fact, it brings a fresh and exciting dynamic to your relationship. Next, let's explore why it's important to reevaluate and share your individual goals and dreams with your spouse. It's the key piece in a puzzle of midlife marriage, so don't miss it. Now let's turn our attention to a truly exhilarating aspect of midlife, redefining our personal goals and dreams, and how sharing these with our spouse can transform our marriage into even more fulfilling partnership. You see, midlife isn't just a time of reflection. It's a launch pad for new beginnings. It's the perfect moment to ask yourself, what have I always wanted to do, but never had the chance? Or what dreams did I put on hold? But here's the key. Don't just ponder these questions alone. Share them with your spouse. Why? Because when you share your dreams, you open doors to new levels of understanding and support in your relationship. It's about creating shared visions for the future while respecting and encouraging each other's individual paths. Imagine rediscovering or reinventing yourselves together. Perhaps you've always wanted to start a small business, write a book, or travel to exotic places. Maybe your partner dreams of running a marathon or learning a new skill. When you share these aspirations, you're not just planning, you're dreaming together. That's powerful. Encourage your partner to explore their passion and be their biggest cheerleader. Celebrate their success and be there to lift them up during the setbacks. This mutual support not only strengthens your bond, but also brings an exciting new dynamic to your relationship. And remember, it's never too late to set goals. Midlife is just the beginning. It's a time to harness the wisdom you've accumulated over the years and channel it into creating a future that is not just fulfilling individually, but spectacularly rewarding together. Coming up, we'll discuss the importance of building a strong support system with your spouse. It's about teamwork and being each other's rock. So stay tuned. As we continue our journey through the world of midlife marriage, let's talk about one of the most vital aspects of any strong relationship: building a solid support system with your spouse. This is about being each other's confidant, cheerleader, and safe harbor in the midst of life's storms. Think of your marriage as a team. Every great team strives on support, understanding, and mutual respect. It's about knowing that no matter what happens, you have someone in your corner, ready to back you up, offer a listening ear, or give you that much needed hug after a tough day. Building the support system means being attentive to each other's needs, both spoken and unspoken. It's about understanding that sometimes support means offering advice, while other times it's simply being present and listening. Don't forget the power of small gestures. A supportive text in the middle of the day, a surprise coffee cup, or just taking over a chore without being asked can speak volumes. These little acts of kindness show your partner that you're thinking of them and that you value their well-being. But support also means being there during the tougher times, whether it's a career setback, a health issue, or any other challenge. Facing it together makes you stronger. It's about finding solutions together, offering encouragement, and sometimes just being a shoulder to lean on. And remember, support is a two-way street. As much as you're there for your partner, allowing them to be there for you too. Open up about your own challenges and accept their support with grace. This mutual give and take creates a deep and enduring bond. Next, let's explore the exciting and romantic side of midlife marriage. How to rekindle that spark and keep the romance alive. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Now let's turn up the heat a notch and dive into my favorite topic, rekindling the romance in your midlife marriage. Who says the sparks can fly just as high or even higher as they did in your early days? Let's explore how to keep that romantic fire burning bright. First, let's talk about dates. It's not just any dates I'm talking about. Create an out-of-the-box, wow, we've never done this before kind of dates. Why not recreate your first date? Or better yet, create an entirely new first date experience. Try a new cuisine, go dancing, or take a pottery class together. The key is to step out of the usual routine and into something exciting and new. Surprise are always a wonderful way to spark romance. A surprise love note, an unexpected gift, or a spontaneous weekend getaway can do wonders. It's about showing your partner that they're still the one who makes your heart skip a beat. Now, let's not forget about intimacy. Rekindling romance is also about reigniting that physical connection. This could mean trying something new in the bedroom, investing in quality time together, or simply holding hands more often. Remember, physical intimacy is a powerful way to strengthen emotional bonds. Communication, as always, plays a big role here too. Talk about your desires, your fantasies, and what romance means to each of you. This open dialogue can lead to a deeper understanding and a more fulfilling romantic life. And finally, bringing back the fun and laughter. Remember the silly jokes and playful teasing and the laughter that brought you together. Those are still incredibly important. They keep the relationship light, joyful, and deeply connected. Next up, we'll talk about why having shared values is so important in your marriage, especially during midlife. This is a crucial part of navigating this journey together. So stay with me as we navigate the enriching journey of midlife marriage. One aspect that stands out as a pillar of strength and unity: shared values. It's about having those core beliefs and principles that both of you hold dear, guiding your life and your partnership through the years. Shared values are like the compass that helps you navigate through life's ups and downs. They're the common ground on which you both stand, especially when the going gets tough. It could be values around family, honesty, adventure, spirituality, or community service. whatever resonates most with both of you. Why are shared values so important? Because they create a sense of togetherness and purpose. When you share the same values, you're not just living alongside each other, you're moving in the same direction, working toward common goals and supporting each other's growth in ways that align with what you both believe in. But here's something you can remember. Values can evolve just like you do. Midlife is a great time to sit down together and reflect on what matters most to both of you now. Maybe there are new values you want to embrace and old ones that no longer serve you. This kind of open, honest conversation can be incredibly bonding and enlightening. Sharing your life also means celebrating each other's individuality. Respecting and supporting your differences is just as important as embracing your common values. It's about finding that beautiful balance where individual growth and shared dreams coexist harmoniously. Lastly, putting these values into action, whether it's volunteering together, embarking on spiritual journey, or simply making family time a priority. Living out your values together brings a deeper meaning and joy to your relationship. As we come to an end of our journey today, exploring the beautiful, complex, and ever-evolving world of midlife marriage, let's take a moment to reflect on what we discovered together. We talked about the immense benefit of partnership, how having a loving companion by your side can make the midlife adventure even more rewarding. We navigated through the unique challenges that this stage of life can bring, and we've seen how facing them together not only strengthens your bond, but also enriches your relationship. We underscored the power of communication, the lifeline of every strong marriage. Remember, it's through open, honest, and empathetic dialogue that we truly connect and grow with our partners. Reacquainting with your spouse, redefining your individual and shared goals, building a strong support system, rekindling romance, and aligning on shared values. These are not just components of a successful midlife marriage. They're the ingredients for a vibrant, fulfilling, and joyous life together. Yes, marriage in midlife, like any stage of life, has its own challenges. No marriage is perfect, and that's perfectly okay. It's through navigating these challenges, both big and small, that we can find deeper understanding, unconditional love, and unshakable strength in our partnership. So, my fabulous ladies, whether you're just stepping into this phase of life or you're well on your journey, remember that midlife is not just a time to pause. It's a time to pivot, to reimagine, to reignite. It's a time to take all the love, wisdom, and experience you've gathered and pour it into creating the best half of your life with your partner. Thank you for joining me on Create the Best Me. Here's to embracing midlife with open arms and hearts along our wonderful partnerships. Additional information on today's transcript can be found at createthebestme.com/EP051. Don't miss next week's episode, as our guest will be Lil Glambin, and she will be here to talk about menopause, 7 superpowers, and 7 secrets to turn yours on. So you'll have to come back next week to hear more. Until then, keep dreaming big, take care of yourself, and remember, you are beautiful, strong, and capable of creating the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week. Bye for now.